What did they do?
I guess the party's me.
You were hard direct?
My age. My age.
I cannot.
What? What are you doing? What?
Okay, let's push on to the Jane Doe murder. Anything new to report?
The prime suspect in the case is one Lawrence J. Tidwell. Larry's long been suspected of being the leader of a particularly malevolent satanic cult. We suspect that Jane Doe may have been recruited into his cult because we have testimony from a bartender down at the City Streets pub. Says he saw the two of them there together on several occasions.
We have a motel receipt dated for the night before the murder. The clerk that was on duty identified both Larry and Jane Doe.
This is all circumstantial evidence. Where's the beef?
Well, I went snooping around Larry's apartment this afternoon, and I ran into a living girlfriend that I'm sure Larry would like to keep under wraps. She was in need of a serious girl-to-girl chat, so I obliged her, and she told me some things that, well, quite frankly, could turn this case around.
Go on.
Well, I can't tell you. I mean, at least not now. She's afraid that Larry would kill her if he knew that she had told.
You arranged to have her guarded?
Well, everything should be in place by this coming week.
Good. Listen, Christine, I'm going to have to rely on your judgment. Is this testimony enough to get Larry behind bars for good?
I think so. At least it's more than we've had up to this point.
Good. Good job. I've had my eye on you for some time. You're good. All right, you've got the case. I want everyone to help out to the very best of your abilities. Now, here's the deal. The body was discovered by a woman out jogging with her dog. The dog disappeared in the underbrush. He came out with Miss Doe's head in his teeth. Now, the press is having a field day with this. The chief of police has been on my back constantly, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. But this Tidwell character offends me, and I want him put away for a very, very long time, okay?
Professor Turner.
Michael,
Christine! I've been thinking about you non-stop.
I got the case.
That's great. You've been working so hard. It's paid off.
I feel like celebrating. Is everything set? Are you going to be able to get off early?
I got reservations at the Shelby Inn.
The Shelby, that's great!
I couldn't get out of the meeting. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry. I need to take my car to the mechanic to have a checkup anyway.
You've got the key to my house. Just let yourself in. Any chance we could stay Saturday night, too?
I have that meeting early Sunday.
Is your being there going to change the inevitable?
I grew up at that church, and I just hate to see anyone trying to tear her down. I have to do something. Anything. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not even a member. I should just keep my mouth shut.
Hey, what are we on this downer for? Come on, let's be happy.
I love you.
I love you too, and I'm so happy we're getting married.
I told you, you have to wait outside. I'm sorry, I tried.
It's all right, I know him.
What? What's wrong?
I'm sorry. Somebody's just come in. Just get home as soon as you can. I need this trip.
I love you too. Talk to you in a little bit. Bye.
Bye. Gil.
Thanks for trusting me.
You wouldn't return my attorney's phone calls. We had to assume that you had no intention of paying that money back.
Hey, Man, we used to mean something to each other, Christine, remember? I mean, we were engaged.
You taught me to regret that.
You tight-fisted bitch! $10,000 doesn't mean anything to you with all the money you made.
That money meant a lot to me. You said you were going to start a business with it, and I didn't mind sharing it with you. But to throw it away like that...
So you're suing me now. Do you know what's gonna break me?
Gil, your compulsive gambling is a sickness. Maybe this will force you to face up to it and get the help you need.
I don't need your sympathy, you arrogant yuppie bitch.
You lied to me about the money and then you gambled it away. When are you gonna get it through your thick skull that there's more at stake here than just the money? Well, what's so funny?
You think you're so bad now, but somebody could burst your precious little bubble at any time.
What do you mean by that?
Somebody's watching you, and you don't know what they're gonna do.
You're just trying to scare me. You're just trying to get even with me. You're a loser, you know that, Gil? Hi, Steve.
$60,000-mile checkup, right?
And anything else you think I might need. I'd hate to be stuck out on the road with a broken down car, especially these days.
Do you need a lift?
No, that's all right. My boyfriend lives a couple blocks away and I'm just gonna walk.
Okay, it'll be ready on Monday after work.
Okay, great.
Say hi to Michael for
I
me.
will. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye-bye. Michael.
Christine! Christine? Must be running late.
She's not bad for a DA.
We aren't gonna hurt you.
Man. Christine, this is so unlike you.
One of you get up here and read the map. I'm getting ready to get off the interstate.
That's you. Hey, darling. You know what this is? Not one word. Not one sound.
Hey, what's going on back there?
Nothing! We got plenty of time.
Steve?
Cassie?
Michael.
Yes. Disappointed, huh?
Never, not with you. You're like Prince Charming.
Please, I'm too modest.
No, really, you're the best. I mean, you're the best thing that's ever happened to my sister.
Oh, come on. There's a lot of good men out there, little sister.
No, there's not. When I think about that last guy she went out with, oh, it still gives me the creeps. After him, anyone would be perfect. Not that you're perfect. I mean, you're good, real good. There I go, sticking my big foot in my mouth.
Don't worry about it. Hey, what I really called about is, have you seen Christine this afternoon?
No, I haven't. Is there a problem?
She's nowhere around, and we were going away this weekend.
Huh, I wonder if she might have stopped by my parents' house for a while.
You think so?
Let me call, and I'll find out.
Call me at home, okay? I'll wait there to hear from you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Get out of the way!
What do you want? Please!
Not a word out of you and you're gonna regret it!
Do you have any idea who I am?
Oh, we know exactly who you are. Get in here. Get in here. What do you want, Joey? Take her in the back. Get down there.
Please, we're not gonna hurt you.
You're not gonna hurt me. You're just gonna let me go. It's as simple as that. Bullshit! I'm not stupid. I didn't get to be assistant DA by being thick-headed. You guys would say anything to anybody just to keep them quiet. You bastards will pay for this!
All right, let's go.
Don't worry, we're not gonna hurt you.
Cassie.
Michael, I'm sorry I didn't call you back.
I was wondering what was taking
No one's heard from her.
What do you mean? You mean your parents?
I mean, my parents, our brother Jim, her friend Maggie from church. No one. Did you call her work?
She left work early in order to drop her car at the mechanics. Her car was there, but no Christine.
Oh my God.
Well, she must have run into someone she knew and decided to have a couple of drinks.
Christine?
Yeah, I admit, it doesn't sound like her. But we've both been celebrating. I only popped the question last week.
Yeah, well, still, I can't help it. I'm scared.
Yeah, me too.
Shouldn't we call the police or something?
Better yet, I'm going there.
I'm going with you.
No, we can't do anything for 48 hours.
But you're not listening to me. This is so unlike her.
Yes, everyone says that. I mean, no one wants to admit that they're being cheated on or anything.
You go to hell. What do you know about us? I'm sorry. I'm nervous and scared.
Well, I'm sorry too. It is very upsetting. But believe me, it usually ends with a simple explanation.
But officer, this isn't just anybody. This is an assistant DA working on a tricky case. That Tidwell character would probably love to see her dead. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I wish I could do something. That's the policy.
Shh. I brought you some food.
No.
Come on, you gotta eat something.
Listen, you're not like the others.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. It's as if you're looking out for me.
They promised me you won't be hurt. That's important to me.
You've got to help me. You've got to help me escape.
I can't.
Don't you see? It's the only way to make sure I'm safe.
You won't be hurt. That's all there is to it.
Hi, Dad.
Cassie.
Mom.
Oh, thank God you're here.
Michael, come in. Care for a drink?
Sure. What, the great detective, a bartender?
Ex-detective. Scotch all right?
Fine.
I suppose you've been to the police. And it's a waste of time, I know. That 48-hour stuff's a bunch of bullshit. Damn. We can look into this ourselves.
Pat, you're experienced, knowledgeable about these types of things. What do you think happened? You can tell me. I can take it, I think.
I'd rather not say anything too soon. I mean, I come up with theories, but...
That case she was working on, what was his... Tidwell. Could he have anything to do with this?
That'd be a pretty stupid thing for him to do. I mean, kidnapping, especially where there's a murder, we're talking death penalty.
The stupid thing is, I keep thinking about that church meeting on Sunday.
That's right. Christine told me all about what's happening, and they're planning on closing their church doors for good.
The membership has dropped way off. I guess they can't keep paying for the upkeep of that big old building. But it's just like Christine to take on such a cause. She's been fighting so hard to save it. And now...
She's got all of her stuff at the apartment. She's planning on speaking at the meeting. Well, then, all it means is that we'll be there to speak for her. And when Christine is back, she'll be so proud of us.
I have two of the most wonderful daughters.
And another thing, and I want you to be professional about this. No power plays on the woman. Dominic, you got that?
Yeah, Joey, I got that. Whatever you say.
And as for you, don't get too close to her. It'll cloud your thinking. And that'll cloud your thinking too. I thought I said no booze.
This whole thing makes me nervous. Besides, who's getting involved? I've been promised she won't be hurt.
And who are you to be promised anything?
Hey, I've been in this since the beginning. He's my friend.
Yeah, that's where you made your mistake. Friendships don't count on an operation like this.
Yeah, the goods are secured. You're calling Pat some...
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, he's calling.
I said no booze.
Aren't you gonna answer it?
Yeah, it's just that I got a funny feeling about this call.
Hello.
Pat Sumner?
This is me.
Your daughter's all right, and she'll be released okay if you do everything I say.
Go on.
I want $25,000 cash. And don't tell me you don't have it, because I know you do.
How can I be assured you'll let her go?
You've got no choice, my friend. It's my way or not at all.
Okay. So what do you want me to do?
What do you do? Let me see. Make sure the money's clean.
I will.
Make it hundreds. No, make it 20s.
Well, where do you want me to take the money?
Yeah, tomorrow at 2 o'clock in front of the Pogo Family Restaurant and wait out in front. I'll take it from there. And remember, if there's any funny business, you know, like the police, well, I don't have to tell you.
There won't be any trouble. But if you harm one hair on my daughter's head.
Well?
You know, that was just about the dumbest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard.
What?
He wants money. 25,000 cash. As if I can just take that kind of cash out of the bank. This guy's seen too many movies.
Well, we are gonna pay it, aren't we?
Sure. We'll give him his cash. And some things he hadn't bargained for.
Why don't we start with some introductions? I'm Phil Connery, FBI. My partner, Neil Stratton. Joe Lane of the City Special Crimes Unit.
Pat Sumner, retired dick. I taught Joe here everything he knows.
And I'm not a detective or anything like that. I'm Michael Turner, Christine's fiancé.
I realize it's very irregular to have a civilian coming along, but after hearing the fine job that Pat did for this community, I figure we owe it to his future son-in-law to be part of this very important operation. Michael has said to me that he'll stay out of the way. Let's push on. We know that the man wants Pat to stand in front of the structure and wait. Now, this structure is standing out in the open, which makes his chance of escaping on foot impossible. But it also makes our chances of observing him impossible. We don't know whether he has any operatives in the restaurant or store, so we'll just have to stay clear. Now, we have 2 cars, one here and one here.
You've got all 25,000 here?
Looks like the real thing, doesn't it? Most of the real money, 5,000 worth, are in 2 stacks, which will be on top. The other stack contains a couple of 20s on top to fool them. The hat's wired. Go ahead, try it.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. You read me.
It'll transmit up to about a mile. We will be very aware of what's happening and we'll be able to intercede. I don't have to tell you how to play your hand. You know what to do.
No sweat.
Good. Joe, Neil, you 2 can ride together. I'll take Michael with me. Okay. Let's do it.
He's in place. I have a wide open view of him. Got him in sight?
Straight shot. No action yet.
No action here. It's looking good.
10-4.
Looks like I'm closer to him. Wait, I think I see him. I think he's going for the bait. Yeah, it's him. I think we better hold back. Let's not jump the gun. Heads up, he's on the move.
10-4.
I'll hang back about a half block or so. Don't follow too closely.
10-4.
Everything's smooth as ice. Going off without a hitch, huh?
this is it?
Get out here and go into the store.
Where's my daughter?
As soon as I'm safely away, I'll let you know where you can pick her up.
You know, I know you. I can't place you yet, but I know you, and if you think I'm gonna let you...
Like I said before, you've got no choice in the matter, my friend.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, you gotta talk sometime. We've got all the time in the world.
Come on, Gil. We got you cold, and you're not helping yourself with the silent routine. So why don't you just tell us where Christine is?
Forget this guy. Let's just throw everything we have at him. He doesn't deserve any help.
I don't know where she is, man. I don't.
That's most interesting. Do you hear that, Neil? He doesn't know where she is.
That's right.
Next he's gonna tell us he doesn't know anything about the kidnapping.
That's right.
Gil. You idiot. We know you screwed Christine out of $10,000.
She loaned it to me.
You didn't pay it back, so she has a lawsuit against you. We know that that suit is at issue. We know that you were served an order to appear in court. That must have made you angry. We know that you're a gambleaholic. You're in debt up to your ass, and that lawsuit would have probably bankrupted you. But you took care of it, didn't you? You got rid of her, then thought you could profit a little bit by paying off some of your other debts. Neil, look how he's shaking.
Is that why you can't tell us where she is? Come on, Gil, you can tell me. Did you kill her?
He's afraid to tell us. He's not man enough to tell us.
No.
Phil, back off a little. Come on, Gil, get it off your chest. You saw red. You didn't mean to, but you were pushed into a corner and you didn't see any way out, right?
God, you guys believe I killed her.
Well, you won't tell us where she's at. What do you expect us to think?
I don't know where she is. I'm telling you the truth. But that doesn't matter, does it? Because you guys still think I killed her.
Come off it, Gil. Do you think we're stupid? You know, we don't even have to have a body to get you on murder watch.
I didn't kill her! I was just supposed to just collect the money.
Oh, now you're telling us that you work for somebody? Who is it?
Nobody. I mean, I don't know.
Calm down, it's okay. Just tell us what happened.
I get this call up out of the blue. It's this guy, he says him and some other people want, Christine out of the way.
What, killed?
I asked him, he said it was none of my business, which that's okay with me because I didn't want to know. To tell you the truth, I didn't care. Anyway, he said he needed me to collect the money like it was a kidnapping, throw the police off the scent for a while.
What were you supposed to do with the money?
Keep it. It was my payment for helping them out.
What? They were doing this out of the goodness of their heart to help you out? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But hey, the witch was gonna drain me dry. I needed some money to get ahead.
Get ahead on what? Win, place, or show? Let's get out of here. This is the biggest bunch of hooey I ever heard.
And you guys, you gotta believe me. I'm telling you the truth.
You know you have your choice in this state. You take the gas or you can take the injection. Either way, you're just as dead. Well, any luck? He won't tell us where she is. I have to assume the worst.
I think we should get a grand jury indictment against him. This way, when he sees we mean business, he might open up with the truth.
Suppose somebody put him up to this.
Who? Tidwell? We could look into it.
It's my belief that we have the prime suspect, and the outlook doesn't look too good. I'm sorry.
Well, you did the best you could. I appreciate it. Hey, I want you to know that. Thanks. Good luck. Come on, Michael, I need a drink.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, you're kidding. Yeah, that's a pretty serious foul-up. You want me to come down? No, they could take care of her. Okay, I'm leaving right now. Yep. Okay, bye. I gotta go back, it's really important.
What's going on?
Oh, don't worry about it, it's just a little snag. I'm needed. You guys keep your eyes open. You know what to do if there's trouble.
How long are you going to be gone, Joey?
Well, I gotta go down the hill, at least overnight.
What do you want us to do?
Look, you guys are gonna be just fine. Jesus, like I gotta carry you the whole way.
You know, now that he's gone, I think I'll take charge. I might just go down that hallway and have my way with the bitch. What would you think about that, Lester, huh?
I think that you won't, and I think that I'm here to see that you don't.
Oh, really? You know, I'm getting really sick of your bellyache, and I never agreed to any of these precautions in the first place. I've thought from the very beginning how much fun it would be to kill her. Nice and slow.
I'd piss on your grave before you'd even have the chance.
Care for a drink, Lester?
No, I shouldn't.
Okay. Suit yourself.
Don't give up. Gil's a patsy for somebody. He's dumb. No matter what I think of him, I can't believe he's a murderer.
I'm numb. I don't know what to believe. I can't even believe this is happening. This happens to other people.
I can't believe it either. I'm pretending this is just another case.
Christine is the type of volunteer that ministers pray for. She has worked so hard to try to maintain the church that it really breaks my heart to think that all of her work may have been in vain.
No, it couldn't be in vain. Christine believed so strongly. If we could just make other people understand Christine's commitments, their hearts would be moved.
Well, I think their hearts have been moved. It's just that they question the validity of maintaining a church that's empty most Sunday mornings. They They question the ethics of tying up millions of dollars in an endowment to maintain an empty building.
Isn't the church just in a slump right now? Won't it swing back?
Well, possibly. It is true the church memberships go up and down, but as far as this church is concerned, over the past 25 years, it has only gone down.
It's an inner city church, and when the suburbs started to grow, it started dying.
Yes, and as the membership diminished, the political power, if you will, was concentrated in the hands of the few families who gave the largest contributions. And that always offends the have-nots.
People started quitting out of disgust, and before you knew it...
Yes, we had an empty shell where we used to have a church.
We've got to do something, for Christine's sake.
Oh, absolutely, for Christine's sake.
You were such a dear man. This has hit you the hardest. You had such dreams when you started, and now...
Well, I admit it, you're right. I felt like an absolute failure. But life goes on. And due to all of this, my faith is stronger now. I'm convinced, more so than ever, that if we put our fate into God's hands, He will guide us. And along those lines, I have an announcement to make. God has seen fit to send me to a new parish. A mainline church in downtown Detroit, and oh, they really need someone there. But I'm not going to go until I've done everything I possibly can to help out here. And what's right is God's will. Now, if the membership votes tomorrow to dissolve the church, Christine's hard work will not be forgotten. I'm convinced that it will be remembered always in the heart of God. I believe that with all my heart.
Let's get you cleaned up and get out of here.
Doesn't Larry Tidwell realize that the case will continue with or without Christine?
His living girlfriend talked. Christine's the only person that she'll confess to. And now the girlfriend's in hiding and Tidwell doesn't know where she is. Kidnapping Christine, that sends a message to her. That he can and will get her if she talks anymore.
You really believe he's gonna let her go?
Yeah, we'll find out when they take him into custody. You know, I trained those detectives myself. There are a lot of games they can play. few hours of interrogation, and Tidwell's gonna be singing Christine's whereabouts.
Oh, God. I hope so.
It's gonna be okay.
You're an idiot, you know that? We knew your girlfriend couldn't be trusted. Everybody knew that. So now we're gonna have to deal with her. She's as good as dead. And you know what that makes you, Larry? That makes you a fool. And you know what we do with fools, Larry? They say when a fool's life is sacrificed, the power of his life goes to the ones who sacrificed him. Thanks for the contribution.
Go ahead and try it, my love. I'll drop you where you stand. Ooh, that stings, doesn't it? You got another leg. You really blew a big timer, man. I cannot wait until the shit hits the fan. Come on, you. Help me.
We've got a problem. Do you see the break in the aisles out there? Look about 3 rows above that and slightly to the right. You'll see a woman sitting there.
She's strangely dressed. Huh, she looks nervous.
She used to be the church secretary here. I had to fire her a couple of years ago.
Why?
Well, she wasn't getting the work done. She kept coming back from lunch smelling of booze. I had to send her home a couple of times. And the final straw was she started making advances on me.
Damn, she could be a problem. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Before we begin this very important congregational meeting, I would like all of us to bow our heads for a moment. Would you please join with me in prayer? Dear Lord, we thank you for the many wonderful blessings that you have seen fit to bestow upon us. Be with us, we beseech you, in this our darkest hour. Grant us your guidance as we endeavor to make this most difficult decision. This responsibility weighs heavily upon us and fills some of us with fear. Forgive us our weakness and our lack of faith. Imbue our thoughts with your graciousness and courage. Mend our broken spirits and strengthen our weak resolve so that your will and not ours be done. We ask this through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Before we get to the matter at hand, I would like your understanding in what I'm about to ask. There's been a great deal of discussion about how we should conduct ourselves in a meeting such as this. We have decided that only active members should vote. But beyond that, I request that only active members be allowed a voice in the discussions preceding the decision. Please understand, it is only right that those people most affected by the decision should have anything to say.
This problem is bigger than all of us.
Please, madam, are you a member of this congregation?
There is one among us who cannot love.
If you are not a member, I request that you leave.
That man is not who he pretends to be. Call upon Mother Earth to empower this crystal with love, to exorcise the evil. Evil be gone! Evil be gone! Evil be gone! Christine is safe. You can help. I have sight. I can see. You can help. She's safe. You can help her.
Ma'am? Excuse me.
Pat Sumner. I know. Who's that with you?
He's Michael.
Christine's fiancé. She told me all about him.
You've talked to my daughter?
It's not safe to talk here. Come.
Ma'am? Nobody's gonna hurt you.
This will be safe. I will make it safe. I make an offering to Father Sky, source of all beginnings. I make an offering to Mother Earth, source of sustenance. And to the east, source of illumination. To the south, source of joy and warmth. To the west, place of death and rebirth. And to the north, source of wisdom and clarity. I invite all directions to protect and guide me, and I humbly thank you. You have such an incredible shade of yellow around your eyes. I see auras, you know. You are very mental, always thinking.
How the hell am I supposed to deal with this?
You're going to ask me what I meant about Christine, and I know you won't believe me.
Look, miss.
Beth. My name is Beth.
Beth. You mentioned something about my daughter?
Did I?
Yes. You've got to talk to us. Christine's missing.
She is?
Don't play games.
We're looking for an answer.
You won't believe me.
Try me.
The computer.
Computer?
I hid some letters on the church's computer, back there in the office. I was secretary for a while.
Why'd you hide the letters?
The Right Reverend John Lyman has used this church, and he's using it now.
He's using it? How?
A lot of work was done on the church. Construction type of work that really wasn't necessary.
Yeah, he enriches his friends, and in return they enrich him back.
When I was fired, I went to Christine, hoping that she could get him on a tax evasion charge or something.
Of course. He's not going to declare kickbacks.
She didn't have access to the computer. But I believe she found something, and she was ready to expose it.
She found something? Evidence?
John uses people. And he doesn't care about. He used me. We had an affair, and when I tried to end it, he had me fired from the church. He used me like he used other women in the church. They left broken, humiliated. I would often hear him screaming at other members of the church when they disagreed with his policies. He drove many people away.
Beth, could you access that computer for me? Can you find those letters?
No. Something terrible is going on in that church. I have important work to do. Really, you must leave me. You must go.
You know computers, right?
Very well. I teach computer science, remember?
Right. Look, could you get into that church computer and root around and find those letters?
Sure, but how?
Just leave that to me.
I don't think I like what you're thinking. Where on the disk are the letters hidden?
They're deep. Very deep.
Thank you, Beth. You've been very helpful. Finished voting?
They haven't finished the final count. God, I'm so nervous.
It is done. A decision has been made. Of the 52 votes cast, 29 voted for the motion, 23 against. Since the standing rules of this procedure call for a simple majority of 51%, I hereby declare the church operation suspended, and that according to the motion, all of the church's assets are to be liquidated and donated to the World Organization of Christian Outreach. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your cooperation. The meeting is adjourned.
Beverly, I'm so very sorry.
What's done is done. There's nothing to be sorry about. We tried our best. It's just that...
It's just what?
They've taken my daughter from me, and now my church.
Neither did I.
Great. I hope you didn't plan the rest of this little caper that way.
Plan? Well, you are a funny one.
Brought a little program that'll make things easier. The number's differentiated. The extensions could mean the kind of letter it is, like TKS here could mean thanks. Well, we know Beth was right about the kickbacks.
We need more than this.
Look at this.
It's Lyman's first letter to the congregation. It was from a small church in Flagstaff, Arizona. I guess he brought a bunch of new members in with him.
Hold it. Look where this letter's addressed.
Oberon, Arizona?
It's a small town near Flagstaff.
That's where he's from.
Did Lyman bring in ringers for Tidwell? Where does Lyman fit in? Oh, don't. Look at this.
Oh my God. It's addressed to Mr. Lawrence J. Tidwell, President of the World Organization for Christian Outreach.
That looks like instructions on how to start a non-profit organization.
What are you thinking? Some sort of conspiracy?
Tidwell's suspected of being the leader of a satanic cult. The same cult probably devised this scheme.
If a satanic cult is involved, that must mean the minister...
A Satanist. Well, maybe. Did you ever hear that saying that patriotism is the last refuge of a scoundrel? Well, that can apply to a church, too. What's that?
There's people coming out.
What people?
What part of the church is that?
What are they doing here at this hour of night?
They're splitting up, going in different directions.
What's going on?
Wait a minute. Here's another one.
What? What do you see?
Strange. Very strange. Look, we need those files. How long will it take you to get them onto floppies?
A few minutes.
Well, get to it.
That will be quite enough. Put your hands up.
Reverend Lyman.
At your service. Apparently you know more than I would like you to know. Know who that was?
Larry Tidwell. He was the leader of this cult.
Leader? He was no leader. He was a fool. The Lord of Darkness loves a good sacrifice, especially the sacrifice of a fool. You two are definitely fools. What a shame you didn't drop by a bit earlier. Now we'll have to dispose of you in such an ordinary way. Boring. What do you think of our little setup here? It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Just above us is the church's altar, where we celebrate death. Here we celebrate life. I bet you're just itching to ask all sorts of questions, aren't you?
Actually, I don't give a shit.
That's good. You're very good. You know, it's a shame that you're not one of us. I'll bet right now you're wondering why I do this, right? Well, it's more than just the lofty, noble ideals. It's the money, too. That's right. These dying churches have a great deal of money. And why should that money go to some death-worshipping charity when it could just as easily go to us, life worshippers? Ah, you're probably wondering about Christine. Christine. Unfortunately for Christine, she found out more than was good for her. Not enough to convict us of anything, mind you, but there was that messy business about the unpaid taxes on incentives. You know, kickbacks. It was never my intention to kill Christine. But then you two had to come along, didn't you? Now, one must do what one must do. Well, enough of this small talk. Let's get out of here.
It's a great disguise pretending to be a man of the cloth.
What makes you think I'm pretending? I actually am an ordained minister.
How? How can you be both a minister and a Satanist?
I guess I do owe you some sort of explanation. I'd be curious, too. Do you remember about 10 years ago, a convicted killer escaped from a penitentiary in Arizona? He commandeered a car that a woman was driving, taking her children to her mother's house for Thanksgiving dinner? You don't remember? Well, I don't understand that. It was on all of the national news services. Well, anyway, he killed the woman and the children. About a week later, he was apprehended, and eventually he was executed. That woman and those children were my family.
I remember. Vaguely.
Vaguely. That's just it. I had the sympathy of the entire nation for about 5 minutes. There I was, a modern-day Job, having my faith tested. Wait upon the Lord, for his steadfast love endures forever. I relied upon the power of the Lord, upon the power of my faith to somehow restore my life, even in a tiny measure. But I couldn't get it out of my head that one man had completely destroyed my life. And what he did, he had done with such power. It was then that I knew it. I was powerless against him. The state had regained its power over him when they'd executed him. But I was absolutely powerless. The evil he had perpetrated was far more powerful than the good I espoused. And that's when I knew the meek will not inherit the earth, it will be the powerful. I saw the light in the darkness. Since then, I have devoted all of my time to acquiring as much power as I can.
So now you're the head of your own cult.
It came about naturally, really. The chief celebrant is usually a defrocked priest or minister.
So you're a defrocked minister.
I found a rather well-endowed 16-year-old girl who hated the ministry as much as I did, and she was wonderful, if you get my gist. They threw me out of the church so fast it'd make your head spin. Oh, but now I am so happy. Oh, I wish you could share my joy, but oh, don't be sad in your powerlessness. Enjoy it. Revel in it. You are playing your parts in a great evil act.
Looks like it's getting inflamed, Lester.
I need to see a doctor.
Why don't we just wait and see what the man says?
I can't wait.
You have no choice.
You didn't have to shoot me. When John gets here, you're the one that's going to be in trouble.
Oh, let me tell you something about John. You're his friend, that's true. You're closer to him than I am. That's true, too. But he's your friend because you do what he wants. You get in his way, Lester. Pow! Watch out.
Help me.
You're on your own, buddy.
Joey, listen, I gotta talk to John. It's really important.
What's up with you, man?
Get up against the wall.
Who the hell are these guys? This is the bitch's boyfriend and father.
Hey, what's going on here?
Calm down. We're gonna take care of them.
Get these two into the downstairs bedroom.
Let's go. Right through there.
Hey, John, listen, I gotta tell you something.
It can wait.
Come on, move it! Move it! Okay, tie him up over here. I'll get this guy.
Make sure you tie them securely. We don't want our guests to wander around unescorted.
Yeah, listen, John, listen, it's something I gotta talk to you about.
Okay.
Listen, it's about...
Not here. Let's go outside. All right. What's so important?
It's about Lester. I think I might have screwed up big time. I know he's a friend of yours. Just bear with me on this, okay?
Get to the point.
Okay. He tried to help Christine escape. I had to stop him. I couldn't let him get away with it.
You didn't hurt the girl, did you?
Of course, nobody thinking I'm stupid. But I did have to shoot him in the leg.
You shot him?
Look, I had to. I had to convince them both that I meant business. I mean, they were a good distance away when I found out what they were up to. And there was nothing else you could do.
Such a disappointment. I guess I always knew that it would come to this. He's such a weak person. It's all right. You did what you had to do.
What are they going to do to us? What's going to happen to us now?
Quit your whining. I'm not planning on giving up so easily.
What are you talking about? We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, you can give up if you want to. Me, I'm going to find a way out of here.
Hi, John.
Did you try to help Christine escape? Answer me. Did you try to help her escape?
It's not what you think.
Yes or no?
No, I mean...
You mean you did?
No, it's not what you think.
Oh, well then explain it to me.
I knew you were gonna let her go. That guy is sick. He told me he wanted to kill her. I knew you were gonna let her go. I was just protecting her from him. I was gonna hide her till you got here. Honest.
No one ever deviates from my plan.
I didn't mean it. Give me another chance. Please.
You were a fool, Lester, and you know how I feel about fools. It would have been better if you had abandoned us in the beginning. But now, you have forced my hand. You leave me no other choice.
No, God help me! I don't want to die!
God help you? Oh, that's rich. That's very rich.
There's a file behind you.
I can't feel it.
Maybe we found a way.
hell? Where did they get a gun? Well, get him, goddammit, get him!
Ryan! Wait a minute. John! It was all your fault.
Reverend, thank God.
All right, big man. You want to see your girlfriend alive, you'll do what I tell you. You understand? Answer me! All right? We'll do it your way. I'm gonna get in the van. I'm gonna get out of here. You understand me?